Hey, don't watch this video. It's not thrilling, it's not earth-shattering.
This will not be over quickly. You will not enjoy this.
But it is important, so if you're still watching to this point, stick around. Don't make this mistake. What we're talking about here is the mistake of unloading or loading a bar by too many plates on this side. All right, so this is a real good safety tip. Now these are kilos. Let's just talk about, this mostly happens with either 25 kilo plates, 20 kilo plates, so like 44 pounds, 55 pounds, and specifically, most of the lifters who are probably watching this video are probably lifting in pounds. We're talking about the 45 pound plate, all right? So we're talking about the mistake of loading it or unloading it with too many, usually 45 pound plates on one side. Now usually, this mistake happens when we're unloading the bar. So let's say someone squatted 315 and they're just not thinking about things, and so they've got 3 plates on each side, 3 45 pound plates on each side, and they come over here to one side of the bar and they take off 1 plate, no problem. They take off 2 plates, maybe still not a problem. Then they take off that 3rd plate and suddenly you've got a cartwheeling barbell and the bar starts to rotate and you've got plates falling off and you got a barbell flying everywhere and they're in danger and the people they're lifting with are in danger. If you've been to enough powerlifting meets, you will see it happen at some point. So this is how you avoid this problem. The way you avoid this problem is simply make the rule that you're not going to load or unload the bar by more than 1 big plate difference per side. So if I've got 1 plate on this side of the bar, 1 45 pound plate on one side of the bar. On the other side of the bar, I could have 0, that's fine, that's a 1 plate difference. I could have 1 plate on that side, that's a no plate difference, right? And I could have 2 plates on that side, that's still a 1 plate difference, but I'm not gonna have 3 plates on that side. Yes, it will probably balance. I'm just giving you a rule of thumb. I'm not giving you the end all be all of what will balance. Again, this usually happens when you're unloading the bar, because when you're loading the bar, when you're going from 185 to 225, you're gonna take off a 25 and put on a 45 on this side. Then you're going to take off a 25 on this side and put a 45 on the other side. So you're not going to usually have a big plate differential there. But when you're unloading the bar, that's when you've got to be mindful of this situation. So I've seen people, typically this happens on the squat and the bench press specifically. It could happen on the press. If you're doing a deadlift and you have a deadlift jack, I've seen somebody with 4 plates on either side. They know better, they just weren't thinking about it. They unloaded all 4 plates off of one side. Being on a deadlift jack, for those of you who haven't used one, it's like being on a rack right here. So they took that 4th plate off. It actually stayed put up until that 4th plate. Like I said, 1 plate differential is safe. You may be able to go with a bigger differential, but I recommend the 1 plate differential. It actually waited until the 4th plate. He took off that last plate, and then that bar, remember you're bent over when you're unloading a deadlift, he almost got jacked in the face. So fortunately, his face was out of the way, but that was almost some pretty expensive dental work, all right? So just make sure you have a 1 plate differential. I've seen somebody break a toe due to this. They had 3 plates on each side. They unloaded 1 plate. They unloaded another plate. Again, this person knew better. They just kind of spaced it out. They unloaded the 3rd plate. The bar rotated away from them, so that was fine. They were so startled, and there was nobody on the other side, fortunately. It was just loud and messy, but unfortunately, they were so startled when it happened, because it is a startling experience, that they dropped the plate that they were holding. 45 pound plate from about 4 feet up lands on a toe. That was a broken toe, all right? So the rule is simple. You can go bigger than this if you want to with the differential, but my recommendation is have no more than a 1 plate differential, 1 big plate differential per side. You'll stay safe. Hope this helps you get stronger, live better, and live without some broken stuff.